So just know. I know Rob, you
Um,
probably need to go like what, like 2:30ish,
By 3.
5:30.
Usually got two more hours to go.
Okay. Well, regardless if we get through it or not, we'll just come back again and do it again, and add whoever else is on. If we, I mean, I think that's gonna be the rule of thumb. There's only like 2 players, and we'll run a quick one shot or something. I think that's what's gonna have to be. Okay. So before I forget, let us close this window and okay. Hmm. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, before I forget, I better present this screen. Huh? Maybe this one. Okay, cool. All right. You guys ready?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So first thing I need you guys to do is, yeah, I guess I'll introduce your character. Just a quick, like, what you're playing and.
Okay. Well, I'm playing Garrett Lightfoot, who's going to be a halfling, um, and he is a warlock with the infernal background, or infernal pact, and the pact of the tome feature.
Hmm.
And that's about it. I took the urchin background, so I can move through cities outside of combat twice as fast.
Sweet.
But other than that, yeah, he's slightly infernal halfling.
Hmm.
Slightly infernal halfway.
Yeah, definitely the darker of the two of us.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to try to make him more of a fightery, since it's a one shot rather than broadening them out a bit.
Yeah.
Cool. And moving on to you, Rob.
Yeah. Character Aldred is a human. He comes from a family of stonemasons. That's his last name is actually Stonebreaker, and that's part of the reason he is exceptionally strong. Is he grew up learning the craft and the trade from his father. He's got really good hands, and he's good with both of them. He learned how to fight uh, through his uncle. He was just kind of natural at it, but he chose to follow the ranger path a little bit more because he kind of likes the wild. He likes getting out and seeing places. I actually have the folk hero background for him, but his backstory is that he enlisted in and served in the standing army of Hillsfar, the Tower Guard, and was first recruited by the leader of the city, and he's fought in wars against Drow and Dugar and various Goblinoid races, and he's kind of a I don't know, Boy Scouty, dual wielder,
Hmm.
very good in combat. It doesn't matter what weapon you give him, as long as it can be wielded in one hand, he's good with it. Got a couple of spells here and there, and pretty stand up fellow. kind of tanky. He does wear the heaviest armor you can get, plate mail. So, he doesn't sneak around much. If he wants to be quiet, he casts silence.
Oh, cool. All right. And what did you say he was a stone mason
Yeah,
or?
and so I have stonemasonry as one of my tool skills. The background I took was folk hero though.
Okay.
Yeah, and even though he's like a soldier in his history, he's you know officially a folk hero.
All right. Okay. So, um, I would say that you and Garrett and Aldred, right? Garrett and Aldred.
Yeah,
Um, I'm trying to. You guys know of each other, but you might have worked a couple odd jobs together in the past. Garrett and
sounds good. Yeah, he
right,
needed a little muscle. I needed somebody who was a little smaller and had some powers. And
Okay.
right, right. Um, so
It's almost like Mouser and the other guy.
yeah,
Pepper is a great outfit. Yeah, one's a big heavy hitter. One's a little smaller, sneakier, who's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Yep.
right. And um, you recently have been hired by a wealthy patron to recover a valuable item that's been stolen. It was many years ago. Um, your closest lead um, led you to a nearby tribe called the Zulmek, and okay, then,
Tribe of what?
they're pretty like indigenous, modern, not modern times, but correlation to like Aztecs. They're kind of like Aztecs tribe.
Okay.
That's the closest thing I could think of. Um, but here you go. So this is that's how you spell it. It's a Zolmic tribe. Um, and the leads have led to this particular village of Zolmex. Um, and through your research and gathering information from the people there, they revealed to you that there's a legend called a legend of Zoticoto. And it is said that if you search for him, that you will find the item that has been stolen, that this wealthy patron wants you to recover for them.
Okay.
Let's see if I can spell the name of this guy. I think I spelled that right. Jitakoto. I think that's how you pronounce it. But that's pretty much the information that they give you. I mean, it is pretty general and vague, but they tell you to search for the Jitakoto, and he will lead you to this item that you're trying to search for.
The Ixocoatl, is that like a man, like a member of this tribe, or is it a creature?
They the tribes people, they tell you he is a great spirit.
Interesting.
But you find out through other people that this this entity hasn't been the last known whereabouts of this so-called spirit was nearly 100 years ago.
8 years ago, and where did they?
Well, I mean, from your stay over for like a couple of days, like you're like I said, you're researching, you're gathering information about this stolen. You probably say it's a stolen artifact. Um, you are brought to the Zolmec tribe. They reside close to and around a sluggish river that winds its way through a trackless, steamy jungle, and it
Okay.
terminates at a wedge of a shaped cliff. The river has been nicknamed or called the Dragon River, and where the cliff wedge terminates, it it actually ends up at a waterfall, which is also called the Dragon's Maw Falls.
Dragons
Okay.
mothballs?
Dragon Mall's Fall.
That's kidding. Okay.
So, given Aldred, uh, would he know where that is, given his rangeriness?
I might have an idea. At the very least, maybe Chris would allow me to do a survival check or a knowledge nature in order to try to determine.
But yeah, I mean, either one of you can either give me a history check or a survival check, whichever one you feel would help you determine. Right. So, um, Garrett, I mean, you've heard some stories, but it's like the information, like you're still missing some key information about what this regards to this stolen, this stolen artifact and stuff like this. I mean, if anything, the money must be really really good. That's the reason I picked up the job. But it's you weren't given so much, and you're still like unsure. Like where am I supposed to go? What's this Dragon River, Dragon Falls? Um, but Aldred, what you've known about this particular region, because maybe you've done other adventuring or other odd jobs around this region, um, is that the Dragon Mall Falls is known to be a violent torrent that it generates a near constant mist as the water cul-de-sacs in a place called the Pool of the Maw,
Hmm.
right? And the name the Dragon's Maw Falls is because if you were going to take a bird's eye view from this region, it actually from above the waterfall appears to be the jaws of some great beast. It completes. It's complete with an isolated island somewhere near where the beast's eyes would be. So like if you're looking overhead, there would be like an island that would be the beast's eye, and then where the maw opens up, that's where the waterfall drops off.
Okay.
And I mean, you've also heard from working this region, like legends and stories about the different beasts and folklore about this area. And what you hear more often than not is the name Chlorothra, and I'll go ahead and spell it.
Is that a person?
Right, Chlorothra. Oh no, did I? Nope, I didn't spell it right. Let me spell it again. From what you know, you don't know if it's if it's a person or not. Um, Aldred, it's almost like as omniscient as Jitokoto. It's another great spirit, but that name, Kolothara, it's it's synonymous with Shotokoto. There's a legend saying that Jotokoro was a blind wise shaman who foresaw the destruction of a great green dragon, but the stars revealed that this event was still 99 years in the future. That's what the legend um, talked about this shaman. So this shaman took it upon himself to go and fight this or prepare for this dragon's arrival in order, you know, and um, let's see here. There was an annual, I would say, like celebration. It's almost like it's more like a tribute where warriors would be thrown to survive the rigors of life in this jungle area. And it was like it was a thing like year after year they'll send out these warriors to combat or to prepare for this green dragon's arrival, and it was a you could say like a quest vision. And every time they went out, these warriors would go out, they would never ever come back, let alone the people think that they never survived. um and then when it was nearly the solstice of the 100 years, Shitakoto took it upon himself to go ahead into this dragon's lair and confront the beast, and he too never returned. So that's the basic folklore that you've been hearing around this work in this region.
Okay. And how often were the warriors sent out? Was it yearly or?
It was like a yearly thing.
Okay. And they
It was like
still do this?
um let me see. From what you know, it's it's almost a no, actually no, they don't do this anymore.
Okay.
No, that was just a tradition or something that started about 100 years ago,
Okay.
right? The one main thing is that it was unclear why Jotekoto never ever came back, and there was never any information about what happened to Chlorothra either, the other spirit, the green dragon spirit.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so I mean, in short, the wealthy patron is sending you out to recover some antiquity that's of great value because they're paying you pretty handsomely, probably like 3 4 times your average take that you would get for these type of expeditions, these types of search and acquisition.
Okay.
All right. So, um, after being given all this information, um, you're directed. I mean, they tell you the general direction where to go to find the the entrance into the legendary dragon's lair, so to speak, or where they've known that other adventurers aside from you have gone to recover or investigate or research said legend.
All right, let's hit it.
All right. So fast forward, like fast forward, you guys have hospitality. You guys have a nice meal. You probably even do some type of bon voyage or send off, which is it's all good because you guys get to have some good drinks, some good eats. Right, the night before, morning comes the next day, and you guys are ready and willing to head off to to the Dragon's Maw. So I'll put you on a new page here.
There it is.
And this is the Dragon's Maw.
Okay.
Where are we coming in from?
You are coming in from the southern direction.
Okay.
So where the dot is, just like on the key it says that's the jungle trail. So that's the trail that you guys are going down.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys are heading down this jungle trail, I mean it's fairly morning. It probably gives you probably like a half the day to make it to, I would say about here, because there's just thickets and brambles everywhere, and in fact, because of it, it travels extremely slow, and 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 I mean, and for that, I would need you guys to give me a.
Well, hold on here a
Uh-huh,
sec, because
sure.
we have a ranger.
Oh, right.
What are your uh what are your regions?
Well, mainly it's mountains,
Okay.
but caves are included with that. So
Well, yeah, but let's see
this
here.
looks like woodlands or plains or something.
Explore, natural explore improvements. You have I think 3 areas at 10th level. Oh no, you're not 10th. You have only 2.
All right. Well, I can pick forest as my second one. So I have mountains and forests.
Mountains and forests. Okay. Is that what we're traveling through?
Mountains. You are well. It's not forest. You said mountains and forest, right?
Yeah.
Because it's more jungle underbrush. But yeah, we could say that. Yeah, it's part of the forest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. You can't get
Mm-hmm.
lost except by magical means. You can try. You can. Let's see. Yeah, those are the 2 main things. So.
Okay, so
So
you just
technically,
can't get lost and you won't be slowed down.
yeah, pretty much.
So much. Okay. All
That's
right.
that's the benefit of having a ranger in your group.
That's true. That makes sense. So, I mean, you're able to pick the fastest route through this jungle that would otherwise slow down um other type of
Oh yeah,
other
pretty much
type.
anyone else.
But
Mhm.
I mean, actually, it's taking. Oh no, it's not just half a day. It's actually taking a couple days to get through this. Like, 'cause I mean, y- well, you can say that the village is like further down south,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
just
that's
trying to get to this Dragon's Mall is taking a few days to get up there. So you have you have trekked through this winding trail of this now steamy jungle since you're getting closer to the waterfall, and for the past day, your goal has only been to get in sight of this majestic Dragon Mall Falls.
okay.
Right. It's actually about it looms about 100 feet in the air. Hundreds
Hmm.
of feet, not just hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah, it says it's like
Um,
600 here.
yeah,
Little
yeah.
numbers.
hmm
650 over there.
Yeah. So it's a sight to see.
Hmm.
But I mean, even if the travel has not slowed you down in a sense, but it's been brutal,
Hmm.
and you I mean, just trying to
Rugged terrain.
rugged terrain, yeah, exactly, and not trying to stray off the path from the brambles and the thickets, and and stuff. And in fact, as you guys are traveling through this brambles and thickets, I will need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Hey, Chris, one thing about that, the ranger also gains a benefit when he's in terrain like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where the hell is it at?
Does he get like advantage or something, or?
No, he just ignores the difficult terrain and any damage that you would get from brambles or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I gotta dig it out here. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take your word for it.
Natural Explorer, I think it's called.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but as you try to find, as you two are trekking alongside the steep rocky cliff as you come up on this trail, um, and the trail actually is only a few mere feet wide. Um, it's actually pretty slick with condensation and because of the nearby falls, and there's rocky way twists and turns, and I mean you
Yeah.
climbing, descend. I mean it's just it takes a lot to get up to this place.
Yeah.
By the time you make it to the waterfall, I mean it's like it's a thunderous cacophony of like millions of gallons of tumbling water. I mean it almost makes your communication pretty impossible because of the constant like blaring sound.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're pretty much near your journey's end, I mean, you press forward and you press forward behind the massive curtain of water. And as you push forward, because you're trying to find which basically is a passage or some type of way into this place. Um, you are able to find. I mean, you guys pretty much um, veterans, so to speak, of going and finding entrances to caves. I mean, when you get past the massive curtain waterfall, um, you do see a natural. It opens up to like a natural cave and beyond.
Okay. Okay. All scanning the cave. What do we see? Well, what do I see?
What do you
I'll
see?
cast Dark Vision so I can see too.
I have basically ultimate vision, so I can see 120 feet as if it was normal light, so I can see color and everything.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, from what you see, I mean, you see that the interior walls of the cave are pretty much natural, carved by the water's actions. Um, there's some stonework,
Mm-hmm.
um, but from where you're looking at, you're not sure if it's been sculpted. I mean, aside from the water, it might have been sculpted by arcanic means, maybe. Um,
But if it was, maybe it was left to look somewhat natural.
right.
Interesting.
Um,
I would
I mean,
inspect that a little bit closer to see if I could tell if it was worked by tools by any chance. That's one of my areas of skill. Stone masonry tools.
okay. Let's go ahead and give me that perception check.
Let's see here. All right.
Is there like some type of advantage because of stonemason or something?
That's your fault. I rolled pretty high if it is, so.
Okay. I probably don't need it anyway. I mean, from what you see, I mean, this whole cave system is it's damp and humid. The ceilings are they're 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 I mean, they're, well, I can't see. I'm trying to find another word for high, but anyway, the ceiling heights and the illumination, they vary from um, based on the chambers. I mean, from your knowledge of stonework and how natural rock, I guess, is produced from water or from any natural occurrences. I mean, this is what you're thinking is that um, although it might be dark in there, you're pretty much sure that there should be some type of illumination depending on the different chambers that you might find as you probably gonna, you know, soon enough investigate down here. But if it's been sculpted by magic, there is no definite um, formation of, I guess, of rock. Everything seems to be natural, has been carved out of this water.
Okay. The is there any are there any obvious passageways and stuff like that out of this cave? Does this cave go deep into it, or
Um, from what you see, it from where you are right now, it's give or take, it's about 5 to 10 feet wide from what you can see down. And I'm gonna say, like, you probably could see from the cave entrance that you're standing at, you probably see about 30 to 40 feet in, and then it turns off to the right. And in fact, let's see. Do you guys see your tokens at the bottom of this page?
um,
I forgot. I could shift click it right here. Go. Did that show anything? No.
no, I didn't.
What about now?
Okay. Yeah. Now I can see.
Okay, yeah. I would have done dynamic lab if I had more time, but let's see. This is what you guys see so far from where
Rin
you're.
needs call back.
Uh-oh, lost the call.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Should just be able to post the thing again.
There we go.
Okay, and how tall is it? It says 10 feet wide, right?
About 5 to 10 feet wide.
Okay.
I mean, it's enough for. I mean, there'll be, like, you can see how the trails off. There'll be some spots where you have to squeeze or just go one at a time, single file kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the I mean, it varies. I mean, the ceiling heights, it varies depending on. I mean, from what you know about cave chambers, stuff like that, there's no definite height in a sense. But from what you see from the cave or the entrance that you're looking at right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, let me see. Okay, so from what you see from the widest point, I mean, from the widest point right now, I mean, it's possible that it can go up to about, from your knowledge, to about maybe 120 feet wide to about 150 feet
Okay.
um, in height, maybe. I mean, you won't definitely know until you actually make it in. Can you try? Yeah, is he still on roll time? Yeah,
He's well, yeah. I didn't. He shows up as an icon here.
uh,
Wonder if he got disconnected and then had to step away.
Well, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not even responding at this point in Roll20.
Let me refresh real quick.
Yeah, maybe. Hmm? Still shows him logged into me, but
Yeah, it still shows that he's still there. He just can't get into a phone call.
well, the fact that he's not responding even in Roll20 at this point seems weird.
Yeah, it's possible he might have stepped away.
But okay, so the ceiling you said is somewhere between something and 150 feet high. And it's just like a crack basically because it's so narrow and really tall.
I mean, like I say, it varies in height. But let me just double check something because maybe I'm not giving you the correct information. Ooh. All right, let me just see something. There's more to this map than I know. There's more to it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
He's responding.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's the only one in that link.
What? No, that can't be right. Oh, you know what?
Oh,
Okay.
there he is.
Oh, okay. Hold on
I
a
see
second.
him now.
I think he would be the only one. Okay, here we go. Because that was the old link.
Oh, you put the old link up? Well, it
Yeah.
looks like he's showed up now.
Right. Rob, can you hear us?
Seems to have joined.
Yeah, let me see if I can correct that. Yeah, it says he's joined this video call. You there?
That's weird.
Okay, dropped. Okay, here we go. Let me try this one.
I'm gonna. Well, it says that he's joining this call.
All right. Yeah, I think it's gonna work this time. It should work this time.
Is it working? I think he should be able to hear us by now. Is there?
Oh, he just dropped out. That's weird. Hey, Rob, can you? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Are you muted, Rob? Might be muted.
Well, if he can't see anyone else in the list, that would be weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
no, I go to the link and I come right back here.
Right. Well, he's in here just for some reason. Let's see. Can you hear us? Are you?
That's really weird. Wait a second.
Let me have him try this link again. Maybe it's because he.
There's
This is.
there's a thing here at the top.
You know the actual.
Oh, there's a show hide participants thing, and no, that doesn't do what I thought it was doing.
Oh yeah. So he clicked on the link.
Yeah, he's back, but
Did it work? He's still not having a problem.
that's weird. That is really weird.
No.
Is there anything in the control room?
Oh. Authentication issues. Wait, could that mean because he's still logged in another one?
Well, no, I don't. Could be. I mean, maybe he should close out his browser and relog into everything.
Oh. Yeah, we see you. When you tell him to try logging out and logging back in. I wonder if he's using Chrome.
Yeah, I'm using Chrome.
Maybe I should just run Roll20 through Hangouts. I mean, I could just do that.
All right, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I had to switch to Google Chrome. Apparently, it didn't want to let Firefox use it anymore.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I just said to. That's what I just said. I go, is he using Chrome?
Normally, I don't. All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think I've had problems like that before.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the reason why I switched to Chrome now. I don't use Firefox. I used to use Firefox.
Yeah.
I only have those problems with Roll20 though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, this is Google Hangouts, and so
Yeah.
maybe on other browsers it has timers built in.
Google can suck it.
Come on, all they want is world domination. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see. Hmm.
hmm give
Okay.
us
Yeah.
this.
So for where we were.
Yeah, we're
Well,
just
what
staring at the
at
cave
the
at the
cave
moment.
entrance. Right. So this opening to this cavern, whilst telling Garrett was um
Aldred
did
changed.
right. Well, you guys know that the interior walls of the caves they look natural enough, seem to be carved by the water actions. Um, they are not that you've come from what you may see maybe on the side of one of the of this particular wall, maybe there's like a relief or something, some type of stonework. And again, you don't know if it was made by magic or if it's just something that's been left behind by other adventurers that has gone to this
You
place.
said a relief, you said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, examining it with Arcana. Can I?
right. I think Aldred did that, and
Okay.
as he can sense so far that it doesn't seem to be sculpted by magic. This
Okay.
particular stonework that you found.
Okay.
Um,
Are we seeing any um what is Raiders of the Lost Ark type things where there's little mouth holes and stuff along the way?
little mouthfuls. No. So hold on a second. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of this map. Okay. So now with the curtain of the waterfall at your back, because you guys already pushed through the curtain of the waterfall. Um, the slick rocky trail, it leads to what you see now is a massive cavern. It's about oh okay. Do both of you have dark vision?
He casts dark vision on himself,
Yeah, that's
um,
a spell.
and I have a Devil's Sight, which is, like I say, ultra vision.
Okay, so that changes a lot. All right, because okay, the it's about it's about 100 feet wide, and the cavern stretches into darkness. Um, there's a faint light that can be discerned at the opposite corner of the chamber,
Okay.
unlike likely 100 feet away.
hmm
More flickering illumination emits from above the chamber in the northeast corner of the cave. Um, the ceiling it disappears into darkness as well, likely scores of feet high, judging by the sound of the several pillars of water cascading from the riverbed above. So this is not what you only see. You actually, well, I mean, given your dark vision and everything, I might as well just open up for you guys. No, that's not right, but um, this is pretty much what you guys see. So this blackened area
hmm
that I'm painting at, that's probably like the natural wall. So not until, well, we'll just say that you guys already pushed up a bit, right? So when you
Okay.
get to about here, that's what it opens up to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the blackened area, that's the parts that will block line of sight, so to speak.
Okay.
But everything else is what you see, and using the key, the legend above, you can see with the current flow where the different pillars of the stalagmites, and then the water columns. So I mean,
Okay, those are water. So the water is
it's
falling
coming,
down.
it's falling down right there. So yeah,
Okay.
you're like inside the waterfall, and obviously this cliffside still extends a couple 100 feet more. So maybe you're probably at the more or less close to the base of this, what you thought, the 600-foot cliff.
Okay.
You're probably at the base of that into the Dragon's Maw if you were gonna reference the map above.
Okay.
Let's
So
head
yeah,
in.
so just like where that dot ends at where the Dragon Maw's mouth is, that's where you guys are basically at. You guys worked your way there,
Hey,
Okay.
Chris,
which
you
is
may have
almost
to re-enable control of Alpha. I mean, I can't select it open. And
okay.
also, you shrunk it down, it looks like.
Did I shrink it down?
Yeah, you maybe meant to do data. Did it to mine.
Okay. Um, let me.
Doesn't fill the square anymore.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, what happened there? There we go. Yeah, yeah. And then you still don't have. You say you don't have control of.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Sorry, because I have the character sheet open.
Let's see. All players. Let's see. No, it says can be edited and controlled by you. Should be able. You can't move him or open up the character sheet.
I have the character sheet open, but I can't select it open.
Oh, that's okay. So let me just resave it again. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Can be controlled. Not by all players. Okay, try it now.
I think I know what's going on, Chris. I retitled the character sheet Alfred, space, and 10, just as different from the other
Oh,
one.
I
Maybe
see. I see. I gotta. Okay, yeah, I gotta.
re
Okay, yeah.
put a space in there.
Here we go.
There,
Now,
perfect.
there
All
you
right,
go. All right.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're going to slowly continue.
All right. Okay, so yeah, like I said earlier, so when you guys get past that blackened section of the map, or where it blocks line of sight, this is what the cavern or the cave opens up to. Um, so I mean, the sound of millions of gallons of water crushing from 600 feet above is pretty deafening. Um, ooh, yeah. So in other words, I mean, like I said, it's pretty deafening. So communication will be a little, little hard to do.
Mhm.
As a precaution, though, I think I might want to do some water breathing on us in case either one of us gets knocked in.
Hmm.
Sound good?
What was that?
Water breathing?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I won't say no to that. Water breathing.
Um,
So we can be on land or in the water without any trouble. If
Well,
I
there's
fall in a
currents,
plate mail,
so.
I'm going to sink like a stone and get washed over.
Mhm.
Wherever.
Well, there's I would think, fairly strong currents. I mean, especially where those white arrows are.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. But yeah, we're scanning the area. Um,
I am. You get the better vision than me.
yeah.
right. I mean, due to the moisture, you know that any type, climbing these interior walls would require some type of athletic feat.
Unless
Um,
unless you're me.
unless you, yeah.
Although I mean I have the ability to cast levitate on myself at will. So
Oh, there you go.
so,
Snaps. Yeah. At its widest point, the cavern is that's what I mean is about 100 feet wide by
okay.
100 feet long. The
Okay.
ceiling is about 100 feet high.
Okay.
Um,
So
at the
I'm
west end,
seeing everything.
right, you see everything. And at the west end, and then but it slopes upwards to nearly 180 feet at the east end.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it gets taller the further east it goes, right?
Yeah, the farther into would you see that area -13, the height gets higher. So it's almost like there's a seems to be like a natural elevated slope going up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're watching our footing and traversing, keeping our eyes open as best we can, because sound is difficult to notice anything. So, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Aldred will have her short sword out. Continue along.
Oh,
Okay. So just move your speed for now.
okay. Well, I'm kind of slow.
I'll stick with you. Yeah,
Okay.
go slower than my normal.
Let's see.
Okay.
How big are the squares? Just so I know.
They are 5 feet,
They are 5 feet? Oh, okay.
right?
So 5,
Um,
15,
as
20,
you guys are
25.
walking down this stone path,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I don't think I have that skill.
I rolled 25.
Okay. Um, I mean, you're being, pretty cautious in your movement. So, I mean, and you're paying particularly attention to. I mean, as you're walking on the stone path, you look down on it and that kind of thing. But you do get a sense that this stone path is partially natural, but
Okay.
it feels like it might have been refined with magic.
Okay. Okay. That maybe it was just raised up, added to, or is it more that it's
Well, like I say, it's partially natural, so it might have been a raised area that's been eroded down
okay.
because of the water, but as in refined by magic, it might be reinforced,
Okay.
right? Um, the stalagmites that are poking out of the water, they're ranging from 10 to 20 feet high.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue on. Um, paying attention to the basically basically keeping my eyes out for everything.
Chris, I'm going to bring out my rope,
Hmm.
tie a loop around my chest.
Okay.
On the free end, I'm going to make like a sort of a lasso loop, kind of hold it out wide, just in case like I would get knocked into the water or something like that. And I want some way to maybe try to throw out of the stalagmite
Hmm.
and maybe prevent myself from getting washed out again. Same thing if Garrett gets knocked out. Maybe I could try to get it to him before he gets washed away.
Okay. Oh, uh, sorry, another thing failed to mention. I was wondering, the floor of the chamber.
Mhm.
I mean, it's uneven. It's littered with rocky debris and whatnot. But the water is not as deep as you think it to be. It's only about 2 to 3 feet of murky
Okay.
water. Um, yeah. I mean, aside from the current that's coming down from the. I mean, that's pushing the water, creating the waterfall, so to speak. Um, it it looks like it's something that you could wade through, but then again, there is that stone path that you sense has been refined with magic.
Hmm.
I think for
Yeah.
now it's safer to stay on the path, just for now.
No, yeah. I'm trying to keep my eyes open on the path. I'm looking for both um, natural types of traps, or I'm trying to see if there's any wards or anything in the area.
Of
The
course, I'll
does
pay
the
extra attention where the stone looks like it's not natural. Maybe check there for traps. I think.
Yeah. Well, if I reach down and pick up some of the stones,
Hmm.
um, do I feel like magic flows through it easier, or is it just it's just rock that has been shaped by magic? It's
Um,
it's kind of like do I sense that this type of mineral or whatever it is good for magic? Like it could potentially be components.
no, it's not that it's being used.
Okay.
Um, but if you want to think of it as in a supernatural, um, I guess way. Um, I mean, let's see, the best way I could describe it is it's how they say like natural power, just such as water flow,
Hmm.
can like affect like the spiritual plane or something like that.
Okay.
So that's the sense that you're getting here. Like this natural current is creating some faint remnants of magic, but
Okay.
you also think that where the source is, which is probably where it's flowing from,
Hmm.
you probably will. Safe to say that you're probably going to feel more of the residual magic coming from there, if there is any.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'm just continuing on, watching my footing. Where's it at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. Looking around. Do I get at this point? Do I see more into this 1-2 cave?
I mean, you can see as far back as you can see here, but
Okay.
of course, yeah, when you get to about this part, um, I mean, it becomes more clear what you see, um, as it says over its name. You do see a bone pile.
Okay. A bone pile,
Yikes.
and water's just flowing around it.
Water, yeah, water's flowing around it. Like I said, you know that you see that the murky water is about around 2 to 3 feet high. So, and this bone pile um, is
Yeah.
more or less about, it looks like about 5 to 6 feet above
Five to
the
six
water.
feet.
Above the water.
Holy cow! That's a lot
Can
of
we tell
bones.
what type of bones they are?
From your position, you can't really tell. You just know it's definitely a pile of bones. I mean, you could probably make some of the anatomy out of it, like femurs and tibias and stuff like that. Maybe a couple skulls, but you can't really figure out if it's beast or humanoid of some sort.
All right.
Okay.
I put my hand on Garrett's shoulder. He probably can't hear me over the waterfall. I'll point ahead to the intersection, and I'll point to the one to the right, which is kind of hugging the wall,
Okay.
um, just indicating that's the way I want to go.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Let me just look at something real quick. quick as you guys. Actually, what are... Yeah, that's why you change it for your speed. Instead of speed should be your passive perception. What are your passive perceptions?
I think mine's 15. Perception, yeah, 15.
15. And
Mine's 17.
you're 17. Okay.
Ranger.
Ranger V. No, 1 second here. Where is it? Where is it? I would have been better prepared. Oh, okay, that's why. I was looking at the Tarrasque. Oh, not Tarrasque. Baby Tarrasques. That would be something they actually have a baby Tarrasque.
Well, you'd think that they would have to be. Well,
They have to be a baby at one time, right?
unless the Tarrasque is the Tarrasque,
Tarrasque.
is an ancient being that has existed since the beginning of time and then continues to exist to this day.
Is it really just one? I always thought
I don't know. I don't know. But given that its legend seems to be that it sleeps for like 100 years and then wakes up and then just eats everything and then goes back to sleep.
Mm.
You know, it could be from the beginning of time, and there is only one. Although that would be an interesting scenario
Mm-hmm.
if like 100 years or so the Trask comes up and like somebody has been tracking these things, and like now is the time that two Tarrasques are going to actually be in the same place at the same time, and they're going to mate and create a new one. Or a litter or something like that, and so you have these two Tarrasques attacking or approaching from the two different directions. Just to get into the the mating cycle. That's like happens. It happens like once every maybe 10,000 years. But
Cool.
the Trask is constantly like every 100 years it just moves like 200 miles or something like that over land and then buries itself again.
That'd be a cool thing to go. Oh, another thing I noticed too. I didn't know you wrote a crit. You do feel to the north. I mean, it's named and everything, but you do feel that there's a high concentration of magic.
Okay.
Coming from from what your vision, you probably could see it. It just looks like a stone slab, which has some mediocre stuff on it. You might think that's where the power is emanating from.
Okay.
And then there seems to be another stone slab, but it seems to be in the shape of what you think. It seems to be a shape of like an anvil or some type of.
Okay. Okay.
But as you're pushing on through here, you guys are being pretty cautious and being aware of surroundings, especially the murky water since you've seen the bone pile. As the Aldred tapped you on the shoulder and pointed to the bone pile, both of you at that precise moment could have sworn you saw something almost dart behind it and into the water.
Okay.
And as it did that, I mean, you followed the ripples that it created, and from that ripple, almost like a spider web, there was another. It was that ripple that it created was interrupted by another ripple.
Okay.
So there was it created a ripple here, and then it was interrupted by another ripple here, followed by another ripple here, and another ripple here.
You may want to step back.
Yeah.
Something might be getting closer. Into the cavern?
Sure, but I'm
Even
also
just a
going to
little bit.
be casting. How high is the ceiling right now?
Oh, I mean, at this point, it's getting higher to about 130, 140.
Okay. Well, yeah. Now that we're moving a little bit away from the edge, I'm okay. I'm okay. Do we see anything back here?
No, it's just a solid wall. So this black
Okay.
air is a solid wall.
Okay.
Um, but as you get up to this slope, as it raises above higher, you're able to see into the water what you figured to be swimming in the water.
Mm.
Um, it you definitely see about 4 to 5 what seems to be like reptilian type of features swimming
Okay.
in the water.
Are they coming our way?
They do seem to be coming your way.
All right.
It will say, in fact, one of them starts to come out of here onto the stone path, and you're
Mhm.
getting a more clear view. Best way I could describe it, it looks like if there was an aquatic uh, Komodo dragon.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, real quick,
Huh?
this area in front of us here is kind of like a cliff that they would have
Yeah.
to climb up. So if I put myself maybe here, they could maybe only come at me one at a time on the path.
Um, yeah, like it says there,
Okay.
it starts to slope up 50 feet going up there. So
Yeah.
yeah, once you hit the apex, we'll say that you're at the 50-foot
All right.
mark. So where that darkened line is, you're basically 50 foot up
Perfect.
above
I'm going
the
to
level of
position
water.
myself there. So if they try to get to us, they got to come by me. So I'm basically blocking the path.
Can I check to see is it aggressive towards us right now?
Um, yeah, the one comes out, and then another, and then there's two,
Okay.
and they seem to be coming out in that same spot. And now that these saw Aldred posting up there, him to be the closest morsel, so to speak, they're
Hmm.
heading towards that direction.
Okay. Well then,
I'm ready. I'm drawing my second sword.
as um one of them passes here or tries to pass here, I'm gonna be firing an Eldritch Blast at him.
All right. So, um, the two that came up, I,
Hmm.
I do need tokens for this, don't
Hmm.
Yeah.
I? um, so I don't have to be searching for. Oh, you know what? I do have a token.
You
Let's
could
see.
even just use anything generic or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
How we
good
keep
enough.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one pops up.
You can copy and paste them.
Yeah, I got to copy and paste it. There. So let's say this one's here.
I
And
think I might hunter's mark that first one when he's coming in.
right. Um, there are two more in the water, and there's a third one about here that's undecided about which way he's gonna go.
Okay.
So they're slowly starting to merge. If anything, these guys probably just have their heads, the tops like crocodiles,
Hmm.
making their way towards Garrett, and then the other three that came out of the onto the stone path. They're shaking off the water, so to speak. Well, no, not really like a dog. It's probably just walking up, and then they're quickly starting to make their way towards you. And with that, I'm gonna say, let's roll initiative. Let me go clear this. Oh, you might have to just remember what you rolled as I clear this one. So what'd you guys roll? Let's see.
16 and 18.
Yeah.
16, 18. Um, so
I'll change my. Yeah, I'll drop it down.
okay. Cool. So, oh, I just added another one.
It's
All right. And
16.
then you roll the
Yeah.
60. All right. I'm just gonna go get guys just a single initiative. Oh, you know what? Yeah, just do that. Um, that's- okay, yeah. So they're gonna go after you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Aldred, you are first to act as these beasts are making their way towards you.
all right. Before they got here, like around before, I cast a hunter's mark on the closest one,
Okay.
and being that nobody's within range, I'm going to ready an action to hold where I'm at and attack the first one that comes within reach.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action until the first
Yeah.
one gets to you.
Ready. Right.
Okay. All right. Ready, Freddy. Okay,
Okay.
let's see if that's read the one. Okay, and then you, Garrett, what would you be doing?
Just so that I get the situation properly,
Hmm.
this ridge here that I'm on, that is several feet up, right?
No, dozens of feet.
Well,
No,
yeah.
it's about a good 50 feet up.
Okay.
If they're gonna try to get up to you, it's gonna take them at least two turns to get up there.
Okay.
Unless they crit or something, but yeah, it'll take
Yeah.
them at least 2 turns.
Okay. Well, then, I'm aiming actually.
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. I lied. They can get they can get up there in a turn. When Aldrich, when you hunters marked the first one, the closest one to you,
Yeah.
you did see it. What you thought was that it didn't have, but it slowly outstretched its wings and flapped the water off of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That changes things a little bit. I would
Yeah.
yell over to Garrett, "They've got wings!" In case he didn't see it. He sees better in
Okay.
the dark than I do, but
Right.
I'm kind of ignorant.
Any one of you can do a nature check, so you can definitely know what these are. But you probably have a good idea.
I critted that.
Nice. I have a fairly low knowledge nature, so that wasn't one of the ones I took, believe it or not.
Right. Um. You two probably heard stories of some of a group called the Company of the Iron Fist, and one of the most famous stories is how they faced against a green dragon named Venom Fang. And one of you who took studies into dragons, particularly Garrett, you know that this is a green dragon, not an adult one like the ones that the Company of Iron Fist face, but these are probably broodlings or wormlings.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're probably going to be tough.
All right. So with that,
Okay. That's yeah, my turn then?
yeah.
Okay. Uh
Yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, they'll be able to get to you.
Pretty quick.
Quick,
Pretty
yeah.
quick. Well, then I think given this new information, um I'm not gonna mess around and um where is it? Yeah, there it is. Double spells. Okay. So I'm going to put a, let's see. I do a circle, right? Let's see here. Oh, that's supposed to be a circle. But
Do you need it a circle, or you could just tell me like how many feet, and we'll just work it out there. Okay.
yeah, I want to see if this is right. It's hard to see the grid right there for me.
Yeah,
Let's see.
kind of
1,
interesting.
2, 3, 4, 5.
What is it? 20 foot?
Yeah, it's 20 foot. Well, it's
Great.
actually supposed to be a 20-foot radius sphere because it's a fireball.
Okay.
Oh, it's 40 foot across total. Just
Yeah.
change shaped around.
So
Right.
You should be able to get them all.
I'm
Yeah.
Furthest
hitting
one's
all
harder,
of them.
7 squares away. If you centered it like right here,
Yeah,
you could get all of them.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to
could.
get all of them.
Well, yeah, we'll say that you find the optimum spot where, I mean, because like this ain't the like I said, the grid isn't the grid. Blah. Let's just say that yeah, if you find the center where you can actually get all of them.
Okay. Wait, no, we don't want the attack stat. We want a save.
Yes. What would be the save? I think it
dex
would
save.
be a dex save. Okay.
And save DC. That's going to be Warlock.
It's probably 16.
It's actually higher than that. On a successful save, half damage. On a failed save is 10d6.
86 of Pendy.
10d, yep. I cast it at 5th level.
Right, so what's your DC on that?
Okay.
Oh, dang it. I didn't put the info block in.
You just gotta click on the checkboxes, I think, right?
Yeah.
What's your DC for the death save? 17 then?
1, 2.
It's higher. Let me see.
I got one more.
19. 19 is
Holy
what you
crap.
get.
Ooh, 9. Ooh, wow, and it's 31. How many was it? 10D?
Yep, it's 10d.
10d6, yeah.
10d6.
That's pretty good. You only rolled one. Everything
Yeah,
else is-
but
yeah.
everything else
Lot
was
of
pretty
threes.
average.
You only did
Three.
1 6. Okay, yeah. Let's see. So I will use 6 dexterity. Oh, so 6 saves, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. What was it? 19?
19, yep, you gotta get 19 or better.
Oh,
It
no.
says charisma, but it's supposed to be dex.
Okay. Well, they all
yeah,
failed.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. That's supposed to
Okay.
be.
Hey, we did these up on the fly, and I had an unfair advantage of having the character already done.
Right.
Yeah, well, I was filling it in as I was
Yeah,
trying to
I know.
cast it.
They all failed. They were
Okay.
taken by surprise, and I'm gonna say the closest one or the epic center
Mm-hmm.
is the one that critically failed.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna take an additional what's the normal damage for fire? Oh, what is it? D10?
Uh,
A D6?
It's a
D6?
D6,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so just give me an additional D6 for him. Secret failed.
4
Okay.
extra point.
Course point. Okay, so he's gonna take 35 points of damage, and everybody takes 31. Right. So when you drop this, I mean, the thing is, you you dropped it in
Mhm.
what would be essentially in water, but you detonated the fireball just above their heads, or above the ones that are in the water heads, and I mean the force of the blast as it radiates out. I mean it engulfs the guys that are on the stone path, and then of course the ones that are above the water. They were taken by surprise. They weren't able to duck in, and not really much that they can duck into water to avoid this blast either.
You said it was shallow, too, Chris.
Yeah, it's too shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, it was too shallow. So, after the smoke clears, I mean, there's a thunderous echoing of sound, which you would think that you would hear, but given the waterfall's deafening torrent itself, it almost seems to drown the blast. Where it's almost like you just, lack of better words, you did like a sniper shot and just went, you know. or you from where Aldrich is standing, and you yourself you felt the force of the blast, and you probably heard some residual sound, but it's not as loud as you thought it
Right.
would be because of
And
the
it probably
ambient
walls
sound.
your heat up. I know I'm like 50 feet above it, but you know.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
you guys will definitely feel the heat
Hmm.
for the moment, and then if anything, it gets immediately humid in that spot, and there's like
Oh, yeah.
moisture and everything
Steam
evaporating.
burns.
Steam, yeah, right. And then as that steam and fog clears, you see that you've almost decimated this group of green dragon wormlings. Um, the ones on the stone path, I mean, there's chunks of flesh that's been seared and cauterized. The ones that are in the water, I mean, if anything, they didn't take much of the harmful fireball because they're in water, but whatever exposed parts that they had above the water is now just darkened and charred. And again, you probably hear the faint of them like whining and screaming in pain,
Hmm.
aside from the background of the waterfall.
Okay. Did any of them fall? Are any of them dead?
None of them are actually dead, but
Okay.
you've done massive amounts of damage on these creatures.
Okay.
Sweet.
And
Yeah.
anything else? Any movement? Any bonus action?
Um. Just because I'll bonus action and to get the shillelagh going in my hand.
Okay.
So
Remember, you can move also
yeah,
You still can
I'm
move.
I'll
up to 5.
probably duck back this way a little bit.
Okay.
Yep. And with that lip of the cliff that we're up on, you're probably out of sight from them, at least for now, until they become airborne or whatever.
Right. Right. Okay. So moving on to them, we'll start from left to right. The closest one being, this one he's gonna scurry up with more limping, in the sense of, if anything, this probably might have lost a leg, so he's limping up, but he makes it within your threat range. Go ahead and give me your reaction as he makes it up to you, Aldred.
All right.
And there'll
Uh,
be more following behind him, but they're not going to be able to get within range of you because of him being
so
up.
that guy's hunter's marked.
Hmm.
So the way I've been playing this is I wield the short sword in my primary hand and the
Hmm.
long sword in my offhand. Because I have the dual wielder feat and 2-weapon fighting, I
Hmm.
can freely switch whatever one-handed weapons I want with whatever hand. So
Okay.
here goes the short sword with hunter's mark for the first
Okay.
attack.
Oh, wow.
30 ought to hit him. So
Well,
take 17. And being that he's already wounded, I get to add Colossus Slayer to it for an additional D8.
mm.
So the first hit does 20.
Oh.
Just fill up.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see how many points. So aside from 17, that's a what? Total of 37?
So no, total of 20 damage.
A total of 20. Oh, additional 3. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Misunderstood. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I guess it could look almost like 37
Yeah.
if you thought it was 30 plus 7.
Yeah, I thought it was 30. Yeah. So let's see. So he took, what was the damage from before? Because they all took the same amount of damage.
took
Oh, so
31.
31. He took only 31.
Oh yeah.
So
So
51 total so far.
all right. So we say the blue guy over here, the one that did the center, he's the one that took the 35.
5.
Okay. So he took 31 damage and an additional 20.
Yeah, so 51 total for this guy that's hunter's mark.
Okay, and that was just from your Seawind sword.
Yes, I still got one more swing.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your next swing.
Okay. If 22 hits, 19 more damage.
Right.
Which is the max I could do with that sword, actually.
That's pretty good. Also, you're striking both with a sword. Okay, so what I see is this, as this green dragon is limping up, I mean, it's snapping his jaw and licking his chop, even though it's taking some damage. But as soon as it hits your threat range, you do a flourish, almost what I see is almost like samurai like, where it's it looks like relatively easy for you to do. If you ever guys have ever seen the opening scene of King Arthur, how one of his knights that does the samurai action,
Oh yeah, yeah.
he just
The one
walks
who
up
has a
like,
thirst for killing. He just does
yeah,
like one slash and kills with one slash.
yeah, and that's what I see, and what I see just like an opening scene. You do this one slash on this dragon, and it's a slash that cuts up, and it's almost like your sword. It didn't get stuck, but you stopped it in that part, and maybe you twisted your blade, which is your second attack, and you followed through. So it's almost like a two action
Mm-hmm.
um, swing
Ripping
or
it back
attack.
out.
Right, ripping it back out, and as you rip it back out, you see that you've opened a large gaping wound across what would be its neck, almost like the neck just now just a flap, and there's an arterial spray, and it sprays over you and over itself and over the water, and I just see you probably just kicking off this carcass down into the pool below.
Sweet.
So that one is gone.
And that is it for me because I already used my bonus action for the hunter's mark. So,
Right.
um, being though that they can fly, I think I am going to take a step back,
Okay.
at least to here. This
All
way, I
right.
can still kind of maybe see him coming, but maybe he and I were spread out enough that he won't be able to swarm us.
Right. So, like I said, I just see this epic. So after you kick the dead dragon off into the pool of water, you turn your back as the other two are starting to scurry up, and you kind of do that flick with your sword to get the blood off, and then
Right.
you do like a kind of a slight flourish as you turn around and ready yourself for another attack as the other two are coming up. The three that are in the water, they take flight, but they only land here on the ledge because they have to fly up.
Yeah, it's up like 50, 60 feet.
Yeah.
The further
So
east it goes, the higher it gets, right? It
say
looks
again.
like the further east it goes, the higher it gets. Because it looks like
Yes.
the shadow's getting larger.
Yes. Yes. I mean, as you see, it goes up 70 more feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you head towards the east, the slopes, it just keeps getting higher and higher and
Yeah.
higher. Um, yeah, and the placement of these guys are not definite. If anything, they're on the ledge. Like they're just
Mhm.
landing on the ledge. I mean, because
Right.
being hurt from that blast, this is just as far as they can get with their wings flapping. Maybe one of them has like
Holy wings.
like half a wings. Yeah, holy wings, basically. Yeah.
So
So
if
the
I
other
get
one,
there and have to scramble up a little.
right? So the other two make it to the ledge. The one that took the brunt of the epicenter, he's having a hard time getting up onto the ledge. If anything, on the next turn, he'll be able to get on.
Okay.
And then that's their turn, and moving them back to Aldred.
Now, Chris, with me having delayed, doesn't that put Garrett above me? You know what I mean? I delayed with the ready action, so that might put me at like a 9.
No, that was just for that because you held
Oh,
your
I see what you're saying.
yeah.
All right, let's do this. A bonus action. I will move the hunter's mark to this fella here,
Okay, so he's Hunter's Mark now.
and then I'll move over, and
Okay,
I'm going to engage.
sweet.
So I gotta open this sheet back up. All my macros that I have hotkeys for are all for Rindlethar, so I'm just gonna use the sheet for it. But attack 1, crap, that's probably gonna miss. 15.
Um, it you strike its natural armor, but it's it's pretty resilient.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough
Alright.
scales. Yeah.
And second attack. That's a little better. Is an 18 hit?
Right. You hit that. You try to hit that same spot, and you know that if anything, you've struck true this time, where you got past its scales, and you know that your sword bit into flesh. So
Hey,
it's
being it's already wounded, I could do the extra D8 damage for Colossus
right.
Slayer. So he'll take a total of
20, 23?
23. Yeah.
So 23
Plus the 31 from before.
plus
54.
yeah, it's at 54.
Right. And I used the bonus action to move the spell. That's going to be it for me.
Okay.
But also, I'm trying to distract that. I don't want it to get to Garrett. I know he can fight, but I'd rather have me choke up attacks.
Right. So
Let him do his thing, you know.
so yeah, you slash at this I'm about to say ambush trick at this dragon wormling. Um, the slash that you do it almost cuts it in half because you're trying to hack at the same spot. If anything, you hacked one of its wings off. It's now has a clipped. Its wings are now clipped. If anything, if you were to leave it alone, it'll probably die from its blood loss, but it's still squirming.
Cool. Yeah, that's it for me, Chris.
Okay. And then with that, we'll move to Garrett.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here,
Mm-hmm.
and even though that guy is almost dead,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna launch one of the Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
Ah.
Brian, that's actually very smart.
Uh,
Because the more they take out before they can get to us, the better off we're going to be.
okay.
She'll steal all day long, man.
Let's see. Tackle.
But this is like I think it's like a tactic that you guys worked out from being together for a while or been working in various missions.
Let's see if this works.
Nice.
19 hit?
18 hit. So
Yes, it does hit.
Okay, then that's 15 force damage, and he also gets shoved off the edge of the
5 foot back.
10 feet back.
Oh,
10
even
feet.
better.
He's
Oh,
getting
even better.
shoved off the edge.
Right.
That's
So
69 damage total, I think.
nice. So I mean, after Aldrich acted like and clipped its wings, and you see, I mean, I see Aldrich like he does another flourish where he reels back his blade, probably getting ready for the next attack. And like at that precise moment, almost in coordination, you fire this Eldritch blast, and this dragon wormling was about to take a bite at Aldred, and the Eldritch blast just explodes in its mouth. And as that happens, it topples over itself and it gets pushed back into the river and it falls lifeless.
Yeah, and as you see it get pushed over the edge, you see a black uh, energy that goes from the thing into Garrett. Yep.
It's like a nom 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 thing.
It's a little bit, yeah. And then the other blast is going at this guy.
Okay.
16 probably doesn't hit, does it?
No. It strikes the ledge that it was trying to get on, and it was able to. I mean, that's what you were aiming at, and you missed it just by not just by like an inch.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Bonus actions. I kind of don't have any other bonus actions at the moment.
You only took a partial move. You can move more if you want.
Yeah, you still have some movement for it.
Yeah, I'll just take one step back here.
Okay. All right.
And that's all I can do this round. Or this turn.
Okay. So now for their turn, we'll start from left to right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, he's gonna be able to make it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna want to be able to make it here. This one is just landed. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He's going to actually. These guys, they. From what you notice when these guys, how they attack you in a sense, they don't really have any coordination. It's more like, from what you see, is the more natural bestial trait is what you sense from them is they just want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Their natural nature. So they're not even thinking like, oh, you know what, I should flank them. No, they're not thinking that way at all. They're just going after the
Good.
closest thing that they can get to. Let's
Mhm.
see, so 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, that does put you in 6 points. He's only gonna make it here onto the ledge. All right.
Okay. I said he was hurt, but more than the
Yeah.
other ones. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So the Aldred, this guy, he's gonna attack you.
Right.
Let's see. Them being a worm, green dragon wormling, you do know probably from your past experience or from reading up and researching about dragons that you know about their, especially green dragons, about having poison breath.
Right.
But it being a wormling, it, if there was some type of dragon schooling, these guys have not been schooled in how to use their dragon's breath. If anything, they're still trying to learn how to do it.
Mhm.
So this one here, he's gonna try to use his dragon breath, and I'm gonna use a percentile. He has a 25% chance of doing it,
Okay.
and I'm looking for 4. I rolled a 3, so it does not go off.
Sweet.
So instead, he's just gonna go ahead and
Call bite.
yes.
Chris, that feed I took.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did it go? Is if I'm hit by or attacked by an enemy in subsequent attacks due to the Ranger feature of multi-attack defense, I get a +4 bonus to my AC against them. So only the first attack will be at a 21 AC. The other ones will be at a 20 versus a 25 AC.
Okay, so the first AC is 21, the second one
Yeah.
is 25.
Yeah, for any
Okay.
subsequent.
For any subsequent attacks. Okay, so his first attack was a bite attack. I mean, they're both the same. He's gonna bite and claw you. So it's 2 attacks. I rolled the 22, then a 20. So the first one hits you, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And the second one doesn't.
Mhm.
So you're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage, plus 3 points of poison damage for a total of 11 points of damage.
Okay. Got it.
All right. As he bites and slashes, and you guys are basically doing like a dance and a pirouette. He catches you probably, well, I'm not gonna say like on the side of your shin as he's snapping and clawing his way at you. Right. Same thing too with the one next to you, Jarrett. It's gonna do the same thing. Both attacks are at 17. Does that go past your armor?
Nope, 18.
18.
Nice.
Right.
I'm just tiny.
Just almost close, and you do like some yoga, Yoda flips. But you're also doing some dance. I mean, I can see like I mean this dragon. Let's see the description on these they're gangly. They have gangly long legs. They're about 6 foot long. I mean, as in comparison to you. So I mean, I see them. I see this thing like probably it tried to take a bite at you, and you found that
I'm probably running under his legs.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I see. Like it tries to chomp at you. You run under its legs, and it's try to like stomp and claw at you, and still didn't get you. But that's as far as it goes with them. And then we'll move back to Aldred. It is now your turn as you're pirouetting and dancing with
All
this.
right. Well, I'm seizing an opportunity that I'm seeing. First off, as a bonus action, I'm moving my hunter's mark to this one in front of Garrett.
Okay. So
And I'm not even going to bother to disengage. I'm just flat out heading over there. So before I do, take an attack of opportunity on me from this fella. If they get them anyway. I think almost any creature does. It's just a reaction. I'm free melee at that.
The benefit though, I believe, is that you still have that +4 against him.
That's only for the remainder of the turn. It's a new turn.
All right. Well, that's fine. I only rolled a 10 against you anyway, so you're able to It's almost like you just walked away from it and it tried to snap
Yeah.
at you, and it's like, what just happened? And it's
All right.
it's following like a hungry puppy. That's basically what
Right.
it's
But
doing.
I'm here, and now I have a flank, which gives me advantage.
Nice.
So hopefully we can waste this one and let him get back to doing what he does else. So it
Okay.
seems he's hunter marked. I'm going to
Mhm.
try the 2 attacks with the short bow. First one for 14
Yes.
Damage, so you get the plus
You
8.
get the +8.
Yeah, the D8. So that's a
Ooh,
total of 20.
nice.
Second attack.
Oh yeah.
25 hits for 12 more. So a total of 32.
Right. So as Lightfoot slides underneath it, and he probably lands, not lands, but scoots by your foot. Um, I see you do a little a twirl. I don't know. I just see him like being really elegant and graceful in his attacks. As this dragon rears back and turns around, as it's about to make eye contact with you, your sea wind just lops off its head.
Nice. I see Elder coming in, kind of feinting with the longsword in his left hand, bigger, shiny weapon,
Hmm.
and it might have drawn his attention as I struck low with the short sword once and then again, taking his head.
Nice.
That's it for me.
Right. I just see Joe Lightfoot like just kind of like wipe the sweat off his brow, like.
He can
Cool.
handle himself, I'm sure, but
Right.
I want him to be freed up to do his thing.
Cool. So yeah, so this
Magic.
one's done away, and
Right.
Okay.
it is now your go.
Aiming
No
at
pun
this.
intended. Work your magic, Garrett.
Yeah. Aiming at this, the one with the blue dot right
All right.
now. 19, does it hit?
It does hit.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
seven.
only going to take 6, but I'm shoving him off the edge again.
Garrett.
Right. So just like a wet seal on stone, it slides off.
And then I'm
Mhm.
Probably you said
launching the
seal.
second blast at him. 25,
Nice.
That does hit too.
7 damage, and he's getting shoved off the edge too.
Let's see, so I'll that too.
Now, Chris, I know there's water, but you said it's only like 2 feet deep, but they take a little bit of fall damage, especially the guy with like no good wings.
Yeah, I would say they'll still take a D6. So let me just go ahead and roll that real quick.
Fair enough.
All right, so
This guy
uh,
thought he fell from an area where it's higher up.
they'll take one takes 4, one takes 1. That makes sense. So this guy will take 4. This guy will take 1.
Okay. And yeah, then I'm just keeping an eye on the other one approaching.
Hey, Chris, you must have taken the one out of the initiative order that.
Yeah,
It doesn't
He had an
really
8,
matter.
though. I'm sure we
Yeah.
can handle.
They're
Yeah.
after us.
Yeah, they're
That's
after
right.
you.
Yeah, so it is
So
their
now
turn.
it is their turn. So working again this way. Say 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. He's only gonna make it up to here.
Are they starting to rethink their plan now?
No. Well,
They're
this
hungry.
one he'll probably take flight. So 1, 2. Yeah, he'll be able to. Yeah, so
This
he's
flight
gonna
speed is
be.
probably better than our run speed.
Yeah.
Hello.
3, 4. This one's actually still gonna be out of range. He's just gonna be right beside his brother, or whatever he is. He's gonna fly up and only
He's
be
got
able
enough
to
speed,
land
Chris.
about
He could get to next to him, I'm sure.
right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this
Okay, this both get an attack. That would make sense. They're hungry, and they're not like real cunning, but they're not completely foolish, right?
right. No, not at all. So this one here, yeah. This one he's still in flight, basically within your. They're both within your melee range. It's just the one on the bottom, he's in the air. The other one's is on the floor.
Okay.
But they're basically doing the same attack. Oh, actually, hold on. No, they're not doing the same attack. Let's see.
Yeah, they could breathe.
The one in the air. Let me go do the D4. Looking for 4. No, that is a 2. And this one, same Deal for 4. And that's also 2. So no breath. So just gonna hit. So all the strikes are gonna be the same. Let's see. This is from the first one. Wait, this is the first one. Okay. So the one that's in the air, probably because of his momentum and probably because his wings are holy, he doesn't have any coordination. He's totally biting and clawing at air.
Mm-hmm. Part of my AC curse comes from wielding twin swords that gives me a +1 bonus for dual wielder feat, so I figure I'm probably fending away some of these attacks with the weapons.
Right. Oh, no, I didn't roll 76. That's not right. No, they're both totally probably overcome with being hungry and probably partially having holy wings and totally uncoordinated. If anything, yeah, through the use of your dual defense, sword defense, and just being dexterous and how about I'll say angelic, agile, you're able to dodge and feign from their attacks.
Nice.
So you're dancing with 2 now.
Great. I'm okay.
Right, and as you're coming out of your dodge, is now your go.
Sweet. All right, I'll start out with a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
Hunter's marking this one here, the one that's flying. But he's
Okay.
still within my melee range, right?
Right. Oh, this one's the one here is flying. The one that's right here, right next to you.
Oh, okay. That's perfect. I'd rather face the one on the ground. That's also going to be a clearer target for Gary.
Okay, so you want to put the mark on him. Okay.
Yeah, the spell.
All right.
All right. And as before, I'm going to just take 2 swings with the short sword Sea Wind. Oh my God.
Crit.
Okay.
Yep.
So you took 1, right?
I get to add. Oh my God.
Wow.
23 damage from a short sword.
Right. So, and you still have 1 more attack.
Yep. If that didn't take him down, the
Oh, that definitely
Does
took
that
him
extra damage, does that get doubled on a crit?
I think that is the crit.
No, he's right. I get to double the Hunter's Mark damage. Too.
Oh, that's right, you do. So another.
So that's an additional D6. So 2 more there. So that's 25 total.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm also talking about the 8.
The 8, yeah.
Oh, that I'm not sure about.
Well, because the way crit says is that all the damage dice for a roll
is doubled.
Okay.
Yeah, you do get to reroll because I remember as playing as a ranger, I always got to roll the Hunter's Mark twice.
Holy crap! That's 29 damage.
Yeah.
From a short sword hit.
Wow, that's a nice amount of damage. But yeah, that'll definitely put it out of his misery. And I know you still have another attack, so.
Yeah, that'll be on this fella then.
Mm-hmm.
And no Hunter's Mark.
No Hunter's Mark for this one. I have the macros figured without it also, so this is without, and just 9 damage there. So,
all right.
And I'm not going to move because I don't want to attack opportunity. So that'll be it for me.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, with 1 strong, I must say, with backlash, as you.
Well-placed shot.
Yeah, I must say, as you feign your attack, right after it tried to claw at you, you did like a spin, and you basically slashed its back. But as you slashed its back, it's almost like you cut this thing in half down its spine, in a sense where it just looks like it cut in half, like all the way down to its mid torso.
Nice.
And then as you pulled the sword out from it, and then the other ones probably darted out with its claws and its mouth agape at you. You feign back again, and you stab it across the chest, probably into its rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
and you just let it take the momentum of its jump at its lunge at you, and it takes the rest of the slash from your sword as you
Wait.
pull back. So it's looking pretty rough, and this one is definitely dead. And with that, we'll move on to Jared.
Okay. The one that's standing right in front of him, I'm going to send the blast. Ah, missed.
Oh, wait.
And
17.
I'm going to try again. 18.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, 13 damage, and he gets pushed 10 feet away. But
Ooh, guess what? With the Sentinel feat, when a creature moves away, I think I get a free shot, don't I? Let me double check that I have.
Well, with that pushback, you do get it provokes the opportunity attack from you, Aldred.
Oh no! It doesn't work that way. It's if
Oh, it's a react.
even if they disengage, I get it, and then if they make attacks of opportunity, I get a free shot on them. And also, if I hit them with an attack of opportunity, their speed is reduced to 0 for the remainder of the turn.
Oh.
That's one of the things we've been through in the rules before. If somebody's actually pushed away, they're not actually choosing the move, so
yeah,
the opportunity doesn't apply.
yeah.
So that
Oh,
was my
that's
mistake
true.
in this case.
Oh,
So,
all right. Okay. Oh, okay.
just
So,
in the interest of fairness, you know.
all right. So as its lunge as is as it lunges out of away from you, Garrett launches a blast that hits its back and it pushes it further down, farther than it meant to lunge at. So we'll just say it's about here now.
Mm-hmm.
And and when it hits the floor, it skids and it turns its body to face back towards you, using its claws to
Nice.
like a break.
I like that move too. Keep me between you and it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have no choice but to come for me. I've got the heavier armor and the hit points.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty good tactic. Okay, and then with that, I don't know. Do you have any other bonus action?
No, I still, unfortunately, not much. Warlocks don't really get much in the way of
Right.
actions.
It's like I'm like anticipating your hellish rebuke for some reason, but I know they have to hit you first for that to happen.
Yeah, but I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have. Oh,
That is a good feature, though.
oh, you don't have. Oh, okay.
Nope.
All right.
I took a bunch of other stuff. I didn't take that Hellish Rebuke.
Well, it makes sense because you're not expecting to get hit.
Well, I'm trying not to, yeah.
All right. So, going back to these guys are gonna act now. So, he's gonna after he skids back, you could hear the claws going as he makes another lunging attack at you. But before he makes it there, he actually hurls his neck back for a second, trying to muster up some poison in his gullet, and it does not go off. You just see some steam or some moisture, or actually some saliva dripping off. Yeah. And then this one over here, he's gonna go ahead and fly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. So he actually is gonna make it here. And as he's landing, he also rears back his neck to see if he's gonna be able to do his breath. No, he rolled an epic 1, and because of that, I'm gonna give him, what is his poison damage? It is.
Aren't they immune to poison damage?
Oh, that is true. That is true. They are immune to poison damage. You are right. They are resilient to poison.
But if you really wanted to do something, you could say that maybe he strained his throat or ripped a cord or something like that pushes the acid out, so it maybe takes a little bit of damage, 1 or 2 points.
Or next turn he's got to roll a d6 and get a 6 to breathe instead of a 4. T4.
Whatever.
Let's see.
Reduce the chances.
No,
Screwed up.
let's see. These. Okay, hold on. No, I'm gonna say he reels back and he thought he had enough built up to spew it out, and as he opened his mouth, it's almost like a cat got caught with a fur ball kind of thing.
Oh, hairball.
Yeah, and it continues to do this. It's like when you guys like cough, vomit, bile. Like I
Mm.
hate when that
Oh,
if that ever happens. I hate when that
ever
happens.
fun.
No, never ever fun. So, and he's gonna take half of 23 rounded down. So that would be 12 points. No, rounded up 12 points.
Oof.
Mhm.
It's gonna tell 12 points. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, just a quick FYI. I have about one more round, and I really got to get going.
Okay. Um, yeah, so as it's coughing out this acid, you can see that it actually created. It looks like there's a pocket around its gullet, and it looks like if anything looks like a pus or a boil that started. And as he's coughing, the boil bursts, and that's actually where the acid was. That's where it decided to come out, as opposed to out of his mouth. It came out from that section, so that's why he took the damage.
Okay.
Um, and oh yeah, and then the claw attack from the other dude. Actually, the claw attack from both dudes. Um, let's see. You'll do the one with Eldritch first. At 15, which will probably be miss.
Yeah.
And oh, he critted with his claws. So that would be um 12 points of slashing damage.
Did they just
Okay.
get one claw attack or two?
They've got two.
They get a bite and a claw, but it's basically the same. It's just the
Okay.
damage is slightly different. The
You
bite
said
has a poison damage.
12?
All right.
So yeah, because it's
That's
a
on me, then, right?
No, that
no.
was
That's
me.
on
Oh, okay.
no, that's on you. That's on Aldred.
That was on. Oh, I thought it was
That's
on.
Yeah,
on
that's
Aldred.
what I thought.
That's on
12
Aldred.
damage. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you rolled the crit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll crit.
because my AC is 25 against that, but if you crit, you crit.
Yeah.
That's an
Crit.
automatic hit. So
All right. So then this is gonna
it's a
be
nat 20.
yeah. His nat 20 is 25. Um.
Yeah, the only time you can have a crit, but it could miss is if you're playing a champion, where you can crit on a 19 or 20, but a 19 is not an automatic hit, whereas 20 is.
Of course, the 20 is an actual crit.
That's not correct.
Are you sure?
Uh, because he can crit on a 19 and 20, it's
It's
the
treated just as like a normal crit.
yeah.
Oh.
You sure about that? God,
I'm
I'm gonna
pretty
have to look that
sure.
one up. I thought the rules that written didn't say that.
Well, that's yeah. Oh,
Well, the bite attack and the claw attack on you, Garrett, it totally misses because he's trying to cough off this fur ball that came up on his throat.
okay. Yeah, you're right. It's only on a 20. It's automatic
So
hit.
it's fun.
Yeah.
All right. And then with that, so yeah, his bite and his claw attack misses Mr. Lightfoot, and then we'll move back to Aldred.
Okay, just for the advantage of it, bonus action, Hunter's marking this fella.
Okay.
I'll take the attacker opportunity as I move over to here for the flank. I'll take
Okay.
this attack from him.
Oh. And I created that's without modifier either.
Shit. No guts, no glory, right?
Okay, so that's gonna be
This is gonna hurt.
right. That was with the bite. 'Cause that's always
Yeah.
his first attack. So that's let's see, 16, 6. So that's 22. No, sorry, 32.
Ouch.
Whoa.
16 plus.
Really?
Wait, no, 16 plus 6. No, that's 22. Sorry,
Okay, that's a little.
math hard. Yeah, 22.
All right, I'm down to 71. And then I'm gonna, like I said, Hunter's working with the bonus action, and then I'm gonna do the two
Attacking.
short sword attacks as before.
Right. Yeah, because he's pretty bad off, especially with that poison damage.
Damn it! Even with advantage, that misses. All right.
Right.
Trying to helm to guide my sword. There we go.
Right. So that first strike, it didn't mean to feign it. It didn't mean to feign or dodge, but it just naturally moved out of that attack.
Yeah.
And then
25 total with the
Right.
Colossus Slayer.
right. Lightfoot, give me a dexterity. You could add what's it? I keep saying agility. Athletics. Acrobatics.
Oh.
Acrobatics, if you like to.
I'm not proficient in acrobatics, so.
Yeah. This is just to show that you're. Oh yeah. Okay. You're able to dodge out of the way as the poison spews in your direction as it's. I'm gonna say another head gets lopped off because as he was coughing and it had that wound on its neck. I will say that's the entry point or the spot that you attacked and it just slashed and then that's what created the poison to your spread.
That's all right. That's going to be it for me.
All right, and that one is down, and there is one lowly Drake looking at both of you hungrily, just trying to decide which one to get at.
I'm gonna run over here.
Yeah.
Hide behind him. Launch a
Perfect.
bolt between his legs.
Right, so
8.
8.
And he gets pushed back 10 feet.
Gets pushed back 10 feet. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a. No, no, I was actually gonna do.
They don't have that in its edition.
You know, they should.
Well, you know, as DM, you can do whatever you want, man. That's what
But these things fight to the death, so.
Oh, and I missed another second one. So.
Okay. Well, the first one that we said because you tried to hit it between its legs, and then it's as it was trying to make its way towards you, you hit it at its legs, and it just like its legs just spread out, and it falls front on its chin, so it's prone.
Okay.
So your second attack, well, because its range would be at disadvantage anyway, so let's just say it missed. But it is still alive. It's probably going to take a little bit effort for it to get back up, but moving back to Aldred.
Mm-hmm. Did it get an action? Oh, that's one that attacked me. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I was making
action. Move the hunter's mark to hit.
It's back to its turn, isn't it?
No, because it already had. Oh, wait, you're right.
Oh yeah, it is Vector's turn. Vector's turn. Yeah, that's right. Okay, because
opportunity had on
the 1, 2, 3. It's gonna use half its move to get up, half its move to move towards you, and it's actually not going to fly.
It was 10 feet further away.
10 feet further away.
Yeah, I pushed it 10 feet.
Oh, that's right. You moved 10 feet. So if anything, it will only get to about here.
Okay. Well, it could. Oh, if it dashes, it doesn't get an attack.
Well, I mean, it could fly, but I'm deciding that it's not gonna. It's not.
Too wounded.
Yeah, it's too wounded to fly.
Well, then I will close. Bonus action, move the hunter's mark to it, and then do my 2 short sword attacks. No advantage, sadly. And that's a death miss. I know everything. Do you want another D20 roll or something?
You got all the ones.
Yeah.
No, what I'd like you to do is give me another. Give me a strength saving throw. No athletics, just straight strength throw.
What's my target number?
I'm gonna be rolling against you.
Okay. Not bad.
Okay, I rolled a 5. It clenched down on your sword, trying to rip it away from you.
And
but
almost
you
did.
Yeah, almost.
Good. Wow, that could have been bad. I mean, I have another blade and everything. But... All right, and the second swing. It's also a miss.
Right. Since you're trying to recover and you're slightly off balance.
No doubt.
All right, and then with that, it lunges back.
Garrett. Well, I think Garrett's up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your turn. Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah.
Yep. And blast. Oh, jeez.
Right. it's just too close to Aldridge for you to get a line of sight to this Drake. And actually, he's gonna now lunge, and as it lunges, it rears back its neck. Maybe this time nope, still doesn't be able to do. But it's gonna land. It's actually gonna land its lunge on. I'll say Renothar. On Aldred with a 14, which misses. Nope.
What is that? D20 145?
So you guys are just dancing with Algae right now.
This is going to be fun. Because guess what? Now he's already 100 mark. Now I can do a full round of attacks.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Yep.
to create a better target for Garrett, I'll actually move over here so
You
it's
shift.
cleared.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a full round of attacks. Let's go with Hunter's Mark. So here we go. First attack. Does 17 hit him?
Yes, it just gets past its natural.
All right. Good. He'll take 15 from that.
All right.
Second swing. Misses.
Second.
Third attack.
Mm-hmm.
With the offhand this time as a bonus action. 22 hits for 12 more.
Oh, yes, it does. And tell me how you do away with it.
Well, I got a total of 3 attacks. The first short sword one missed, but the distraction of that made it so I could drive it in home, doing 15. And as it was recoiled from that, I looped around with the other sword and hit him at the base of the skull, carving in pretty deep and finishing it off with a flourish. And I do that thing that what was his name in that King Arthur?
Oh, I don't remember his name. I gotta watch it again.
Tristan.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. His name's-
I like flick out my blade and send the blood flying off, and nod back to Garrett. Battle well won, my friend.
Right, and then you hear a falcon squeak.
Yeah. You want to go out again? All right. Hey guys, I really gotta get going. I gotta take everything out.
But yeah,
I
great.
started a fun little side quest. And now I want to play Eldritch, even if he is only going to be level 6.
Yeah.
Great, man. Yeah, and we'll leave it at that as the scene closes. And what you do, if anything, if anything, you do feel a presence coming from, if anything, that's marked on the map from the altar past the bone pile.
Oh,
Okay.
up towards the north.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll continue another time.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a good one,
Yep,
You too.
and I'll see you next week.
Yep.
All right.
Hey.
Cool. Great, man.
Yeah. I mean, I built Garrett just for a one-time thing, so I don't know if I would want to continue on with him
Mm-hmm.
because he's kind of very, very, very focused. but he could be fun. He could be fun.
It looks like. I mean, aside from the fireball, I'm still, there's still more that you're probably gonna be able to do with him if you were to continue.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, it's I he has actually a lot of nifty little things that he can do. Because of the levitation. I thought about that. It was kind of a last minute switch up. Because I was originally going to give him the Eldritch Spear to make his Eldritch Blast really long distance, but then I took the feat that doubles the distance of range things, so I was like, I don't need that, and I switched that out for the levitation. And levitation, being able to do that at will, is actually a really amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you were saying, if you wanted to climb this, it would be difficult, and be like, not for me. I just float right up there. I mean, if you think about all of the things, like when you have a chasm to cross or something like that, you just levitate over, bring a rope with you, tie it onto the other end, and everyone else can kind of use the rope to get across. If you need to climb somewhere. being that he's kind of a ranged attacker. If he levitates at the beginning of a battle, he could be somewhere up on the roof, and you know,
So he could basically get his own hunter's perch or sniper perch.
yeah. Well, I mean, and he could just be standing out kind of in the open if the bad guys don't have decent ranged weapons. He just floats up there in the air, and they're just swinging at him. you know, I mean, it's slow. It's very slow. I can only move 20 feet per round.
But still, you're
Yeah,
you're basically out of combat
out of
range,
melee range. Yeah,
melee range. Yeah, at least out of melee range. And I would think not unless it's another person, another uh last words, another opponent that has a range attack, they probably wouldn't even target you anyway.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And until you said that they had wings, that was going to be the thing. Is that was going to be just lifting off the ground, and they'd have a
Right.
lot of trouble getting to me. But since they had wings, I was like, oh well.
Well, that's
Nope.
what I first thought too when I looked at it. I was like, oh, they're only wormlings. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a dragon though. And rechecked its profile. Like, oh crap, it does have wings.
Yeah.
It can actually fly 60 feet. Oh,
Yeah.
but it's not that. It's actually not bad. And uh, the thing is that I never was able to roll
Yeah. The breath.
their
Yeah.
breath. Yeah, because it's. I mean, they're supposed to be able to naturally do it anyway. But this particular module says they have a 25% chance of doing it. So that's why the D4 roll.
Yeah. But I mean, even elder dragons, they have don't they have a thing where once they do their breath, they have to roll a 5 or a 6 in order to get it back?
Right. Yeah, but it's the same thing for. It's just the same thing for the dragon across the gamut. They all have that
Mhm.
rule where they have to roll 5 or 6 to recharge it,
Mhm.
meaning that they can always use their breath at any time. But it's just in this particular module, it states specifically that they have a 25% chance to activate their breath.
Yeah. Well,
That's
given
just to activate, not to
yeah.
recharge.
Yeah, but given the number of them, I mean, I don't know if the numbers are.
I think that's the reason why, because there's 6 of them. Imagine if all 6 of them went off.
Yeah,
That's a lot of damage.
and you were saying what is it, like 30 some points of damage?
It's if I'm just gonna go by what it has, it's 21 points of poison damage.
21 points of poison damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
so 21 points of poison damage. A 1 in 4 chance if there is just 4 of them. You know, potentially one per round could get the breath off, and
Right.
it's an area effect, and so
Yeah, so I think that's probably the reason why, because it's too overwhelming if all 6 of them
yeah.
just had it and then they just went for it.
Yeah. The only way that it would be nerfed in any way is if somehow everyone had immunity to poison for which
You
I
could
I
do, yeah.
I think I think Heroes Feast might do that.
Yeah, it gives you, yeah, it does. Immune
Yeah,
to
so
poison, immune to charm. I think to charm also.
to being frightened, I think.
I think sleep also is the other one too.
Yeah.
They can't fall asleep too, I think.
So I mean, yeah, if you had a Heroes Feast, which I think is possible at 10th level.
But is that, I know druids can do it, but who else
Yeah,
has access
I
to?
think clerics have it as well.
Oh, but that's like a really expensive spell.
It is. It's like 3,000 gold per casting.
Hmm. So you have to
Uh,
have that what, some type of.
you have to have it's 6th level, so it's a 6th level spell. So yeah, maybe not 10th level. Let me see. Let's see. 1, 3. Let's see. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Nope. You'd have to be 11th level in order straight caster in order to be able to get Heroes Feast.
Really, you have to be that high?
Yeah, because it's a 6th level spell.
Oh, so you have to be. Oh yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty darn good. You also have advantage on all wisdom saves or something like that.
Yeah, I was watching Critical Role, and that's where I saw what's her name
Yeah,
using
that's where I saw it
I
too.
saw it too. Yeah, I was like, yeah, wow, it's like pretty strong and epic.
Oh, it's only 1,000. It's only 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh,
That's not that.
it's
That's not
basically
that bad.
like a diamond or something.
It's a gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. So I mean, it depends on your uh how you
Oh,
deal
okay.
with that. Do you just subtract the gold and say that you have the components, or do you actually force your players to
Actually, have the bowl.
have the
Yeah,
bowl, buy the bowl in advance? And so even if they, you know, have the spell available, they may not have the bowl.
I think it makes sense to add the bowl. It just adds more to the, like you actually have if it requires a actual thing.
Hmm.
I mean, which is you can't always account for it, but it just
Yeah.
adds more to the role playing flavor. Like even
Yeah. Yeah.
like if you're gonna cast like I think it was what was it, um, a fireball. Like you're supposed to use bat guano. Was that one of them or sulfur?
Well, I think with the fireball, let me just recheck it real quick. Usually with yeah, a tiny ball of bat guano and sulfur, but it's actually not consumed, so you just have to have that with you.